So after completing the 1.4 gigabyte update, which took over an hour to install, I picked up my Pixel 7, I unlocked it, and I was ready to use Android 15. After spending about 30 minutes trying to find out what was new or what was interesting and being extremely disappointed, I then understood how it feels to be an iPhone user after an iOS update. At least iOS 18 was a big upgrade. This is just... What's up guys, my name is Melvin, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you find this video helpful, then hit that like button. I'm just starting out this YouTube channel basically, and I just want you guys to give me as much feedback as possible based on this video. Anything that you feel like you didn't like in this video, please comment it and tell me. I'm trying to improve every single day. If it's the audio, the video quality, the backdrop, the props, the tools, the way I'm talking too fast or anything, just please tell me in the comments. I just need as much feedback as possible so I can improve as quick as possible, and that will be helpful. So basically, we're doing the Pixel 7 Android 15 updates review, and Android 15 is basically just Android 14, which is basically just Android 13, which is basically just Android 12. So there are not that much updates. But at least with the Android 14 updates, like there are some immediate things that you could tell that were new once you got the Android 14 update. Because once you get it there, you realize that you have lock screen customization and you have the monochrome theming and a bunch of other things, in fact. But with the new Android 15, there's basically nothing, to be honest. It's actually the most insignificant update in Android history, in my opinion. Because look at this. It looks exactly like my phone looked on Android 14. Not even a single difference. And the only a couple things are new, and I'm very sure you guys probably know what's new already. There's like private space, there's step protection, and even that step detection is actually not even an Android 15 feature because I have it on my Pixel 4a 5G, which is still running Android 14, as well as even my Nokia 3.4, which is running Android 13. So yeah, I think that's even running Android 12. Yeah, it's running Android 12. So yeah, there's really no an Android 15 feature at all, or even a Pixel exclusive feature. But beyond that, you also get predictive back animations now in everything. Before now, you could only get that in developer options and turn it on. And there's a reason why I didn't turn this on by myself on developer option, and that's just because so many apps don't even support it. Like basic apps, like even Google Photos doesn't support it. And basically, most Google apps don't support it. There's just a few, like, I know phone supports it, yeah. But yeah, many apps don't even support the predictive back animations. So I don't even use them, and they made them default on every single thing. But we'll see how, if this will push developers to do that and develop for it, and that'll be cool to see. Those are like the only two things. You guys probably know all the new things in Android 15 basically. I might go over some of them again, but what we're really here for is, this is the Pixel 7. You just got Android 15 update. It has only one more update left after this, which is next year with Android 16, and then it will basically be obsolete. But the question is just, did the Android 15 update break the Pixel 7? Because that's why most of you will be scared to update and you want to watch a video like this first. You want to know if it's going to break your phone. And right now, the answer is no. The answer is still no right now. It didn't break the phone. Battery life is kind of similar from Android 14 to Android 15. There's not much difference there. Everything still runs smooth. Like, I'm telling you, I couldn't tell the difference at all, and it was just basically the same thing. But then I noticed one bug when I set up private space. If I'm setting up private space, I decided I want to set up private space, and I click setup. It's going to set up private space now, and I can see use screen lock for the sake of this. And it says all set. Now I have private space down here. You guys don't know what private space is. It's basically just a section of your phone that is closed off to the regular phone, and you can use it to keep like other versions of other apps on your phone already. So you can just install it. Like, it's basically like a second user kind of, but this one is protected and privated and everything. And you can also like hide stuff. But when I turn it on, it kind of affects, it's not happening now, but it kind of makes my stuff buggy. You can never catch the things on camera. But like when I first got the updates, it was kind of affecting the launcher. But I think now it's cool now. So in fact, that's what I'm saying. That Android 15 is quite smooth, and it feels, this is like the most software ready, or the most ready software that Google has ever released. I know Android 14 has some kind of bugs, Android 13 so as well. Android 15 just feels extremely stable. I know they delayed it so much between when they released the Pixel 9 and they released Android 15. So I guess they were just trying to make it as stable as possible, and it feels so stable. Like I'm not even having any issues whatsoever. Everything runs fluid and perfect. So yeah, I'm not really. So if you're scared about bugs or you're scared about battery life being worse or any issues or anything like that, I'm telling you that there's no such thing like that on Android 15. With the very few features on Android 15, it's obvious that the most standout feature is private space. But personally, I'm not going to be using private space much, or if at all, because WhatsApp allows you to have 2 accounts now, as well as basically Instagram or any other app. So I don't really see why personally I would be using private space. And I have nothing to hide, to be honest. And even if my phone is password protected, and like literally nobody knows my password. But what feature I really, really like is astrophotography. Yeah, astrophotography has been here for a long time, but before now, to trigger astrophotography mode on Pixels, you would have to put it on a tripod and aim it at the sky and wait for it to kick in by itself, which was always kind of difficult for me sometimes because I might shake it a little bit and I have to start the process all over again, waiting for it to kick in. But now they included a way in which you could automatically trigger the astrophotography mode. This can be done by switching to night sight and then hitting the +1 down here, and then you can swipe to astro, and then it becomes astro up to 4 minutes. And then when you click it, it starts astro. Even if it says phone is unstable, ordinarily or in that circumstance, it wouldn't even trigger it. But because phone is stable enough, it's just it. So astrophotography mode, I can finally just take astrophotography pictures by using maybe my car or something, not having to find a tripod that is the most stable thing on earth. So yeah, I like that. Also, we now have app pairing. I don't know if this is only exclusive to the Pixel tablets, but I'm hoping that we have it here as well. So I'll just open YouTube, and then I'll open Photos. Then I think I can be able to open both of them in split screen, and then up here I should be able to create save app pair. And then next time I want to open this particular split screen combination, I can just, let me close this out, click on it, and they open. So yeah, that's app pairs. I know Samsung have had this feature for a long time, including private space as well too. But they're just making their way down to Pixels now after like so many years. So that's basically what Android 15 is. It's a very incremental update. You can barely even tell the difference. I think you guys are wondering why the battery life went down a huge lot between then and now. It's because I actually had to stop in between to use the Pixel 7 to shoot a video for another content I'm doing. So yeah, it's not because the battery life on Android 15 sucks or something. I just shot like a 4K 30 video that took up to 10 minutes. And yeah, it's a great battery life. So beyond that, every single thing on the phone is smooth and it works very fine. Just to shout out some other features that we get, Android 15 also gets satellite messaging, but definitely not available in Nigeria. So if you guys have that, you can check it out. And then you also get a night sight in Instagram. Oh my days. Like, it's not even, I don't even care about night sight in Instagram. I just care about the fact that Instagram are actually putting in features for Pixel devices exclusively and actually paying attention to Android. I swear to God, Snapchat could never. Snapchat guys have had some collaborations with Pixel in the past, but honestly, they don't give two shits about Pixels or Android, to be honest, because Material You has been available since Android 12 or Android 13, one of the two, and Snapchat have still not tinted their icon. It's still like this right on Material You. Yeah, themed icons is on. Like, all these apps don't even have themed icons. Snapchat is one of them. Like, it's 2024, please, how? Now the crazy thing is that iOS 18 guys just introduced their own themed icons like last month, and this month already, October, they already released themed icons for Snapchat on iPhone. Why did they hate us so much? Why did they hate Android so much? And a lot of you probably don't use Snapchat because you guys are grown or whatever, but as young people, like Snapchat, people use Snapchat. We use Snapchat over here at least, and they just don't want to give us these themed icons. So shout out to Instagram for actually trying or caring about Android at all. So like, I actually commend them. At least look at they have the Material You theming. Snapchat could never, bro. And before I forget, the same way I have no issues with my Pixel 7 is the same way somebody might have issues with their Pixel 7 with Android 15. And so yeah, I don't want to isolate my experience and give it to you as if it's gospel. So I also went to some forums to check out what people have been saying about the Pixel 7 update on Android 15. I went to, first of all, GSM Arena and just to check what people were saying. And on GSM Arena, the only discussion on the update is just, well, somebody asked, is it worth the update or are there any bugs or improvement? And the guy was like, one other guy was like, it is worth the upgrade. The phone is sleek and good for gaming. questionable, but yeah, I guess there are no problems right now on Android 15 and everybody is fine with it, so it's a green light to update. Then I also saw one other one on Reddit, yeah, Reddit for Pixel 7. And one person said that Android 15 made my rare issues even worse on my Pixel 7. So this user was having issues where his data and SIM would disconnect and he had to reboot to fix it. And when he updated Android 15, it was happening more frequently, up to 3 to 4 times. And then it turns out that in the end, everybody said that it was probably a problem from his SIM card. And so yeah, I don't know if that's actually an Android 15 issue on Pixel 7, or people are saying that it's from his SIM card itself, so he needs to get a new SIM. So is that one of the two? But that's the person I've seen that said anything bad about Android 15 on Reddit. Everybody else have been saying that it's good, it's smooth, and it's stable. So it's definitely a green light to update. I'll actually just basically be rounding up this video. The summary of the gist is Android 15 is basically Android 14, which is basically Android 13. So it's not a huge update, and if you choose not to update, then it's not a big deal. If you do choose to update, then I mean, Android 15 is as stable as Android 14. And I also almost forgot to mention is that I used to have this bug on Android 14 where if I try to turn on hotspot sometimes, it will tell me error and that I can't turn on hotspot, and then you have to restart the Pixel 7 to be able to turn on hotspot. But since the update, I've not experienced it at all. I'm hoping that it's gone for good. But yeah, that's the state. And that bug only started like recently. It wasn't always there. So Pixel 7 Android 15 is a thumbs up for me. And if you're just thinking about updating it, then don't hesitate. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video if you like the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. We're so close to 200 subscribers. Please subscribe. You can also click the highlighted video to watch my Pixel 7 review.